Hello, friends, peoples, g'day. Welcome to my bedroom. This is, in fact, my bedroom. I'll talk about that more in a moment. My name is Emily Sanzaro, and I'm going to present a little concert or performance or relaxed sharing of stuff right now. I'd just like to welcome you here. I would also like to begin by acknowledging and paying my respect to the Tasmanian Aboriginal people, the traditional owners and custodians of the land that we meet on today in incredible Lutruwita, Tasmania. I grew up here in Tasmania. I'm from Launceston, and I love Tassie so much. I feel very connected to this place. I moved away for a long time, but then, realising how good it is, I made the choice to come back, and I've been back quite a while now, about 20 years, I think. Time goes fast. Anyway, I find myself here at Mona. It's kind of surprising. I still can't quite believe that I'm here. I'm at the moment doing a residency, a creative, musical performance art practice, weird residency. And part of that is composing music during the day. So, I try to make something new each day that I'm here. And then I give a concert, and then at 5 o'clock everybody leaves, but I don't. I stay. I stay here and I sleep in this bed behind me. And the reason for that is because I have a sleep disorder. I do weird stuff in my sleep. I have had some sleep studies, but, hasn't really come to much, really. I don't really have many answers, and I have a lot of really distressing nightmares, and I kind of act them out in my sleep, and often sleepwalk and sleep talk in my normal sleep life. It's quite disruptive, and it really affects my waking hours as well. I feel a lot of confusion about what's real and what's not, and it takes me a long time to kind of get out of that dream state and kind of work out what on earth's going on. Or sometimes I'll think that things have happened and they haven't. I sent an email about a work thing the other day because I knew that this contact of mine had sent an email a couple of weeks ago with all these questions, and I knew I needed to get back to them, but I couldn't find it anywhere in my inbox, which was really strange. And I emailed her and said, "Oh, look, that email you sent the other day, I can't find it. Can you resend it?" And she said, "Well, you can't find it because I never sent it." But I was sure in my sleep that it was real. Anywho, that's me. Just a few housekeeping things. This is a free-flowing space. Please feel free to come and go. I know there's ferries to catch, there's art to see, there's stuff to do, or you might just think it's awful, and that's completely okay. You don't have to stay. I won't be offended. Also, it's fine to fall asleep. It's fine to do whatever you need to do, within socially acceptable limits. Also, questions are good. I love questions. If there's anything at all that you'd like to know, I really welcome that. I kind of spend most of the day trying to ignore what's going on out there because I'm trying to make stuff, and it's hard to make stuff in front of people. Experience. Anyway, any thoughts, things you want to know at this point before I play something? Yes. Have I left here in 6 weeks? Yes, I have. That is a really good question. So, yeah, I'm not... I'm allowed to do whatever I like, really, which is the lovely thing about working with Mona. Thanks, Mona, by the way, and all the powers that be. I get to decide the parameters. And so what I normally do... I'm basically here 4 nights and days a week because the museum isn't open on Tuesdays, Wednesdays or Thursdays. And I think I would literally go nuts if I had to be there that whole time. So I come in on a Thursday night, I drive down from Launceston, say goodbye to my family, and come in and sleep here from then. And then I usually leave the site during breakfast, so I go and get food and breathe the air, which is so good. I can't tell you how morning. You realise just how stale and close the air is when you've been in here for a long time. And it does kind of mess with my mind a bit. And I usually leave for dinner as well, but not always. So tonight I'm working at Farrow, which means, so Farrow's the restaurant here, which means I won't leave. And so I'll probably wake up pretty cranky in the morning because I do tend to feel the consequences of not going. Does that answer the question? Yep. Yeah. Is there anything else anybody wants to know? Yeah. So I thought, well, surely it's not going to be much different at night, but it turns out it is. It definitely is. And so I spent a lot of last time feeling really big, and I had a lot of time alone to think. And also it is just creepy. Your mind plays tricks on you. And so I definitely was constantly on alert and like this heightened, state of adrenal load, almost panic, just wondering what was about to happen. And I did have an uneasiness about various bits of art, particularly the other half of this gallery. There's some stuff in there that I really do struggle with, and particularly the House of Hair. It used to be that the lights in here were mostly off during the night, but the single light in the House of Hair would stay on all night, and I'd have to walk past it to get to the toilet, and it just freaked me out so much. I knew it was just an inanimate object, but your mind just starts to get busy, and tell itself a story about what could be going on, and then that kind of snowballs and you start to freak out. And so I had to really kind of manage that. But this time when I'm here on my own, I have no fear at all. It actually feels like this incredibly sort of sacred and wonderful time of just being on my own and able to make stuff, which is at times just feels like such a gift, and at other times it's completely terrifying. And I have to confide in you that this afternoon I'm feeling that terrified state of mind. I don't know why. It's so weird. I feel like it's like I'm in like a quicksand bog. And at times there are stones underneath that give me stability, but then I'll take a step and it's like I'll just sink. And it's just hard to explain. Just that creative process, it's a wonderful privilege to be here making stuff, but it's also incredibly challenging when I kind of feel like everything I'm doing sounds the same, or I don't like it, or I'm just not feeling the vibe, or for whatever reason I just get stuck in my head. So it's a very discombobulating and weird experience. But it's also good, and that's all part of it. I welcome it. So, thank you for those questions. Is there anything else you'd like to know before I play something? Yeah. Yeah, am I allowed to roam after hours? Yes, I am. I mean, look, I am very much looked after by the security team. So, this place is under surveillance at all times. And I really feel like the security team has got my back, which is so good. It could feel really uncomfortable thinking I'm under surveillance all the time, but I actually feel quite safe. And so they can sort of see what I'm up to. And like my understanding and what I have done is sometimes roam around. I mean, I have to walk the length of the museum to get in each night. So I come in via security and then come through. I walk the whole length of the gallery to get to here. And at times I have had a roam. I don't do it very often. I kind of don't feel a need to. Last time I just felt way too scared to do it. There was one time I worked myself up to doing it, but it was pretty uncomfortable, definitely. And this time I just haven't felt a need. I just come straight to this space and, I don't know. There was one night I'd had too many drinks. I did have a little bit of a look around. I relaxed enough to feel like I could roam a bit. But there are certain areas that I feel like I wouldn't want to go on my own after hours because feel too uncomfortable. Yeah, it's hard to say how I feel about it, really. It really depends on the day and my mood. It's sort of wildly all over the place. So, I have had people say that must be amazing just to go wherever you want in the museum. But, it's a weird experience being here alone. All right, anything else you'd like to know before I play something? I'm trying to decide what to start with today. I did write a thing today, but I really don't like it. I will play it because I'm committed to sharing what I make each day, but I really don't dig it that much. So we'll come to that in a minute. Maybe what I might start with, just to lighten my own mood, is a little thing that I made, I think it was a couple of weeks ago now, and I was just experimenting with the audience a bit. I find that the weirder stuff I do, the more people look and the more, drawn in they become. And I just enjoy sitting on the bed with my back to the audience, and I'll write in my journal and I just listen. and take note of what people are saying. And I will just say, this song that I'm about to sing, I promise I'm not poking fun at the audience. So I'm not judging you guys, because if I was in your shoes, I would be asking all the same things. But this song is just a mishmash of all the comments that people have said to me when I've been on the bed and listening, or things that they've said to my face that I've just found funny for one reason or another. So here we go. I'll do it now. It's just a bit of nonsense. It must be easy. It must be nice. You've got all this time for doing what you like. Is it relaxing? Is it distracting? Do you miss the light? How does she sleep at night? Is she in a prison? When does she leave? You must be joking. What is the point of it? Why would she do this? Is she gonna lose it? When will she play the harp? I guess it must be art. Is that person real? What is the deal? What's in her head? Is that her actual bed? How did she come to this? Do you have fear of it? And when's it gonna start? I guess it must be art. When will you play? What will you do today? When's it gonna start? I guess it must be art. 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 Must be art. I guess it must be art. Must be art. I guess it must be art. Must be art. I guess it must be art. Oh, thank you. Just my little musings while I listen to the audience. And yeah, as I said, no judgment. There's no questions off the table. And really, this place is very confusing. And often it's not very apparent what something's about when you just walk in and see it. And even sometimes when you read the O, even still, sometimes it can be confusing. So yeah, that's an interesting thing. All right, I want to play a song that I learnt a couple of weeks ago. It's not by me. I was listening to Spotify in my car as I headed off for breakfast the other day. And you know how the algorithms just dish you up things that they think that you will like. They must have sensed that I was delving into sleep-themed songs. And they dished up this song called Big Sleep. It's by a group that I hadn't heard of before. They were called Lissom. And it turns out I really, really like them. And I wish that I had written this song because I love it. And the lyrics just really encapsulate what my sleep is for me and how much it affects my life and how it makes me feel. So I just really, really connected with the lyrics and the melody. So I'm just going to play it because I can. Is there anything you'd like to ask at this moment? No? Thanks for being here. It's really lovely to have your company. I'm in an abstracted state of mind today, so thanks for bearing with that. Yeah. And then after this, I'll play something else original. the endings now, evergreen, felled and into pieces, loud and all at peace it sounds. I can't get back to life now, can't get anywhere fast. I won't let anything last. I can't get out. Say it to me in any other language, I would understand it now. Build a deck of dreams, float beyond the vantage, low but not vanishing now. Can't get back to life now, I can't get anywhere fast. I won't let anything last. I'm turning in circles, I'm swimming in hell. Eternal, just for an hour, just for now. I can't get back to life now, can't get anywhere fast. Won't let anything last, just for now. Thank you. I really enjoyed learning and playing that song. It's one of my favourite things to do, just working out how to play songs I like on the harp, and it's kind of what led me to do what I do on the harp now. I took up the instrument as an adult, so I had another career first as an occupational therapist, actually, and I still do that, but it's been lovely sort of discovering this, and the way that it's taken over my life. I've been very grateful for. All right, I suppose I'd better play what I made today. I don't really want to, but I'm gonna. So I woke up this morning. I did have some interesting dreams last night, but I woke up and I couldn't really remember them. And I actually slept well. So normally my sleep is really quite horrible. I do often wake up literally screaming and in a fully blown physical panic. But that just hasn't been happening here. And it's been so good. And, I've got various thoughts as to why that might be. I think a big part of it is that I'm not concerned about disturbing anyone. I think that's a factor in my normal life. I'm worried about waking up my husband and my kids, or if I'm staying with friends or whatever. It's just embarrassing and bad, and that I think things are more likely to happen under those circumstances. But yeah, here just being alone and feeling safe, and just not having to worry about it just doesn't seem to be happening, which is great. But anyway, so yeah, I was thinking this morning just about my sleep, and now that I'm ending, it's funny having to make something new, whether you've got a good idea or not, and then having to share it. It's uncomfortable. You know, normally when we perform, we make a decision, you know, that something's ready and that we... Gotta remember how it goes. Don't even know. Fears choked down and pushed to the side. When I lay down and close my eyes, it's time to go for a wild ride. Things I hold inside, they come out for choked down and pushed to the side. When I lay down and close my eyes, it's time to go for a wild ride. Things held inside, they come out for the night. I'm gonna feel it, I'm gonna see it, I'm gonna be it. And I'm gonna live it, I'm not gonna fear it, I'll know it and believe it. I'm gonna trust it, I'm gonna love it, I'm gonna be it. I'm gonna need it, I'm gonna feel it, I'm gonna see it, I'm gonna do I live another life? Or maybe it's just mine. Well, thanks. I got through it. Whew. How's everybody going? Any questions? No? Yeah. Oh, go back. No, it's fine. It's fine. We've got plenty of time. Yeah, go for it. Oh, yeah. How do I feel about being away from home? That has been one of the big challenges this time, actually. It's funny because I kind of discovered a creative life in my adulthood. I used to kind of feel this real, I don't know, like the two lives were not symbiotic with each other. So when I was away from the family, I really miss them. Yeah, which is nice, actually. It's really nice. And they're coming tomorrow, so I'm pretty pumped for that. It'll be nice to have them here. It's kind of weird. It's uneasy because particularly last time, the whole thing was live streamed, including the nighttime, so my sleep, so anybody could watch me sleeping, which was super weird and awkward and uncomfortable for so many reasons. I wanted it filmed only for the purposes of documentation, so I could see if I'd done a sleepwalk or hear if I'd done a sleep talk and try and, make some sense of that. And, collectively, the decision was made, why not share that? That'd be interesting. Good luck to anybody who could be bothered watching it. I go to bed in my ugly pyjamas and close the curtains. It's pretty boring. Slow entertainment. But anyway, I made the call this time after the first week. I thought, this is not helping me knowing that anybody could be watching. It's not achieving anything. I was really thinking about who's watching and why are they watching. And I couldn't enter a normal, for me, sleep state, knowing that, our brains, they protect us. And so I just wasn't doing my normal stuff in my sleep. So yeah, in terms of the family, like linking it back to your question, that whole thing about, mum can be watched when she's asleep, that's so weird. And I felt it was putting my kids in a pretty awkward position, like they felt weird about it. We all felt weird about it. But now it feels better. So yeah. Does that answer it? I don't know if it does. Sorry, I go off on these side quest tangents when I answer questions. Thank you for that question. Yeah, I miss them is the answer. But it's great having time alone as a mum, like having all this time to myself. It's like this sacred gift. Honestly, it's amazing. So I do love it. There was another question here. Sure. Yes. Sure. Yeah, that's such a good question. So the question was, what is my relationship with sleep, and a little bit of background about that. So I've always done strange things in my sleep, which is not rare. Like lots of people have stuff that they do in their sleep. So when I say bad, I have various recurring themes, and I've worked out, I think, through being here. A lot of people ask me if I have had trauma, if it's trauma informed, and I'm very fortunate to say that it isn't. I have been, and I say this out loud and it just sounds stupid, but in the dream, it's, how the feelings are so big, they're so oppressive, you can't explain, they're bigger than real life. And so I realise I've lost the ring, or I haven't taken the tablet, and I have this whole process, this sort of cycle that I get stuck in where I'm thinking about it. I'm trying to work out what it is and where it is, and it was my one job to have it, and I've lost it, and where is it anyway, and why do I have it, and I can't remember. And it kind of just builds up into this sort of snowball. But I realise that the consequences of not having it are like life-endingly catastrophic. So the feelings, and I just wake up sort of in this crazy panic. Or else I'll often dream about something happening to my children. So they'll be about to, die in a car accident or fall off a cliff or something, and I'll wake up leaping out of bed trying to catch them. Or I have a lot of dreams about spiders. I'm actually pretty fine with spiders in my waking life. I have a healthy respect for them, but I have a lot of dreams about spiders in my bed. And my husband tries to reassure me that they're not real, and I get really angry with him. I'll yell at him or lash out at him because he's trying to tell me that what I'm seeing isn't real. And I kind of end up in this half state where I'm kind of awake, but I'm still in the reality of the dream and still seeing what's around me. But I do weird stuff like waking up in cupboards. I took my sock drawer for a walk one night, put it in the bathroom. I've woken up standing on my bedside table. Just weird stuff. But yeah, it feels like the older I've gotten, the more distressing it is. Just distressing dreams. So I'd just love to be able to kind of make it less bad, or be able to understand more easily or more quickly that it is in fact a dream and that it's not real, or ultimately be able to lucid dream and change the direction, which I've done a couple of times, and once while I was here, which was good. So yeah, does that kind of explain it? Yeah, thank you. I mean, look, we all sleep, don't we? And a lot of people have problems with their sleep, and it's one of those things that it's very meaningful to me personally, but it doesn't really mean much to anybody else. But I kind of felt like, why not harness it for my creative purposes? And so that's what I wanted to do. All right, I might share for you a song that I wrote. I wrote this last year when I was here, and it was in direct response to a sleep talk that I had. So I said these 2 words in my sleep. The words were risk, appetite, view. We don't do that very much. So yeah, it felt pretty scary and pretty vulnerable, but I was also thinking about it in the context of the museum taking a risk on me. So having an unpredictable sleepwalker with all this valuable art, that felt like a pretty big risk that they took. So I wrote this song, and it's called Risk, Appetite.
What's your risk appetite? Are you gonna let them see you fight? Let them see you're not alright. What's your risk appetite? Gonna tell them why you care. You're gonna feel it when they stare. When you haven't even done your hair. When your thoughts are everywhere. Let them see when you're afraid. Let them hear mistakes you make. When your confidence has caved. When your mind becomes deranged. gonna let yourself be real and tell them how you really feel. You're probably gonna take a fall. You're gonna have to risk it all.
Thanks. It's my song, Risk Appetite. Okay. I'd like to share another original song now. This is a song I wrote a good number of years ago, and it was on my debut album that I released in 2021. It's called Awaken, and I like to play it when I just feel the need to relax, which I do feel that need right now. thank you everybody for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate that you've spent time out of your Mona day to hang out here with me. If there's anything that you'd like to chat with me about, please feel free to come and have a talk. I'm really up for that. I've also written all of my dreams on the wall along with some drawings that I've done while I've been here. So if you'd like to have a look at that, just come and ask. And you can come in and have a look. I normally have a rope up here and just ask that you check first, because sometimes people come in and touch things. So, yeah, but if you want to come and check it out, you can. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. Hello. You made it.
I made it, yes.
Thanks for coming.
Once in
Yeah.
10, 12 weeks sort of thing, yeah.
It's great.
No,
It's
it
all
was
good. Thank
No.
you. Thanks for taking the time.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Real pleasure. Thank you.
Cheers.
See you about.
See you later. Yeah.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Good luck with the last few days.
Thank you.
It is your last few
This
days.
is my last week. Yeah.
Monday you
Yep,
disappear.
Monday's the last day. Yeah.
All right,
It's
okay.
gone fast, but it's been good.
All right,
Thank
see
you.
you.
Catch you later. Hey, how you going?
Oh,
Please
good,
feel
yeah.
free to come in if you'd like to.
So this is
Oh, it's so nice to see you. Come on.
it's beautiful.
Have a chat. Yeah, enjoy your lovely long service leave.
I am.
Yay. Yep, sounds good.
Yeah, there's kids down.
Yeah, nice one.
See ya.
Yeah, bye. Yeah, you're welcome to step in if you want to.
thanks.
That's totally fine. Yeah.
This is the second year, or
This is my second year
Second
here.
year, okay.
Yeah. But all of this writing has just happened this time.
cool?
So I wrote different things on the wall last time. Yeah, I couldn't really access my dreams or my sleep much last time, but I had a lot of big feelings, so I just wrote them up on the wall instead.
Yeah.
But this time it's been much more about the dreams, which has been good. So yeah.
So you sleep here for
Yep.
6 weeks?
Yeah, 4 nights and days a week for 6 weeks. I get to go home the days the museum's not open, thankfully.
Must be a pretty unique experience.
It's actually amazing. I love it now. You know, I've gotten used to the weirdness, and the fear has kind of gone. There was a lot of fear last time.
Does it take you some time to adjust to, like, when you're here 4 nights and
Yeah.
then you have to go home for a night? Does it take
Yep.
a couple of days?
I always
on
find
it?
Friday to be a really weird day when I'm back in here. Yep,
Is it
today. I know it feels like Monday to me because it's the start of the Mona week, but it's actually Friday. But yeah, I find this first day back in here like trying to
So
reset.
is tonight your first night back here tonight?
No, I came in last night.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so I always sleep the night before a day's work so that whatever's happened the night before can kind of inform.
Is it just you here?
Yeah. I mean, security are always here. So yeah, it's always under surveillance, and I have like a 2-way radio, so I can talk to them anytime if I'm feeling.
Are you free to wander around?
I am. I don't tend to want to.
Yeah.
Like I have to do a certain degree of wandering just to get here.
And to go to the
Yeah.
bathroom? and-
Yeah, well I have to go out there to the bathroom. The shower's nowhere near. I have to go out through the whole museum and out, some back of house labyrinth to get to the shower. Yeah.
Are you checking the time very often, or are you just sort
The
of
time is really weird.
sleeping?
I feel like
are you
it's
sleeping
blend
more or
together.
less
It
than?
honestly does.
Yeah.
I find it so discombobulating, honestly. It's very confusing, and the lighting schedules are really weird. And
Yep.
It's pretty odd. And yeah, sometimes I'll wake up in the night and just wouldn't know if it's 1 a.m. or 7 a.m. or 2 p.m.
Well,
or
you've got no lights, you've got no natural light.
no natural light. But I am allowed to leave, so I normally do leave and get out of the building and off-site for breakfast.
No.
Yeah.
Like when there's a bar there, it
Very.
could be 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Fine.
Would it be cool if I did a sleepwalk to the bar? But that hasn't
Yes.
happened.
It's like the airport, it doesn't matter what time it is, a drink is always.
Yeah, well, I must admit, the Void Bar is so good to me. They do deliver me cocktails at times through the day. I feel like that tells me the time more than anything. Normally about 11 o'clock or 11:30, they bring me an espresso martini, which is so good. And then I normally have a spritz, in the afternoon. Yeah,
How
there's
long
so
have you been playing the harp, or like what's your musical influence?
I've been playing harp for about 15 years, so I started playing harp when I was 27.
It's something I've never seen anyone play live before,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
actually really incredible.
It's such an incredible instrument. I mean,
It's a bit of a hidden gem, I think.
it
Like-
is. It's so versatile.
underrated.
Yeah, or like
Yeah.
it's not something you
Yeah.
sort of really go, oh my god, until you actually see someone
But there's
playing.
heaps you can do with it. Like you
I didn't realise how big it was. I like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, they're huge, aren't they? Yeah,
Yeah,
they don't get any bigger than this.
Sorry, I did ask you a question and I just followed up with a different answer. But how? So you that's
Yeah, so I did do music as a child. I played violin and piano pretty badly, really. Like I about it. No, I was intermediate at best. Mediocre. I did it because my sister did it and I just wanted to read it.
Cute.
Yeah. And it was good. Like, I'm glad that I did it. And I learned musical theory, and it was good for me because I was one of those kids that was just crap at sport, can't throw, can't catch. So music was sort of a safe place for me, and I always enjoyed, you know, the social aspects of being in the orchestra and that kind of thing. But
When you pull it on,
Yeah.
is it heavy?
No,
is
it
when
actually
I see you
isn't.
pull it onto yourself, and
that's such a good question.
certainly not going to touch it, but like I just
No, it's
see you pull
okay.
it, and I'm like,
Okay.
God,
So it is heavy. Like, it's about 36 kilos of
the
part,
entirety.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
But what you do is you sit just at the correct distance so that it's just at a natural tipping point and it rests on your shoulder. So it's, if you sit too far away, it will be heavy.
Is it bamboo?
No, it's maple and spruce. So this is a
Yeah, I was
fun
missing. Yes. Yeah.
It's okay. No, it's all. People often think it might be human pine because of the
Okay,
light
yeah.
colour, but no, it's a spruce. Soundboard, which is commonly used for musical instruments because it has a really beautiful tone.
How long have you had this
I've
one?
had this for 11 years.
Name? Does it have a name?
No, it doesn't have a name. Most people do name their instruments, but I've never felt desire to. It's just my heart. And I think because it like rests on me and I feel very connected with it. It sounds a bit naff, doesn't it? But I do kind of feel like it's just an extension of myself.
I was going to say extension of yourself.
Yeah, I do feel that. And there's just something about the harp, like the way it literally, it just kind of fills you up when you play it. It's so immersive. And it is very intricate. So it's an incredible like piece of equipment. It's under nearly 2 tons of tension.
So it requires tuning and all like
Yeah, it
similar
requires
to any kind
tuning.
of string.
Definitely, but
Right.
every string has 3 notes it can be depending on where it's pedals. So there's pedals down here. So for example, the red string's a C, but in the top pedal position they're actually B. They're at their longest, so from this top in down to the soundboard. But then you move the pedal and it shifts these little discs and it pinches the string, shortens it like a guitar capo, and see the movement. So it goes from B to C, B to it again, it happens again. So it means you've got all the notes like you would on a piano if you could move the pedals together.
It came before the piano.
No, it didn't come before the piano. I mean, the harp in some form is incredibly ancient in many different cultures. Obviously, you know, the Gaelic and Celtic cultures have a harp as a very big part of their history, thank you, but also like Middle Eastern, Egyptian cultures, a lot of ancient civilizations depicted basic harps, so like the idea of a triangular frame with strings and a resonating chamber. Yeah, but the modern harp with the pedals is a French invention of the late 1700s, I think. Don't quote me on that, I've got a bad memory, but yeah, it's a fairly modern, like the triple action harp that's chromatic, so you can access all the notes, is a relatively modern invention. Because smaller harps, like folk harps, they're diatonic, so they're only in one key at a time. It's like only having white notes of a piano, for example, which really limits what you can play on it. Whereas these harps you can play pretty much anything. So like a lot of classical music works don't have parts for harps if they were written before this type of harp was invented. Yeah.
Was it easy to find a teacher? I feel like
No,
Yeah.
not really.
but not that many in the whole of Australia.
No,
I imagine.
there's not.
I think it's so like something I haven't seen or
Yeah, there was a teacher that I learned from right at the beginning, just for a short while, and then she moved to America. Tassie has a very active harp society.
Really?
Who
Okay.
would have
My
thought?
music teacher in primary school actually played harp.
Really?
Like, probably not as well as you do, but like.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm curious.
Mrs. Stagg, remember?
Oh,
Mrs.
Tassie, that's
Yeah,
probably
she
why I
played
haven't
harp,
heard.
yeah.
Yeah, so the harp society kind of was a lovely intro and a very supportive, you know, we're all doing it for the love of harp sort of thing, and that was a nice way to kind of get into it. And yeah, like I've had kind of bits and pieces of tuition here and there, and I did learn for a couple of years from an elderly gentleman called Michael Jeffries, and he had worked as a classical harpist in London for his career, and he moved to Campbelltown and lived there for years, and I had some lessons from him, which was yeah, such a privilege, and he taught me some good technique and stuff, which was good, and then I kind of went my own way. Yeah.
Artistic or musical influence for yourself?
So many different
I
ones.
feel like there's an artist I listened to growing up and your voice resembles her so much.
Look, I always,
Love
as a
it.
kid, I loved, like, I'm so like semi-embarrassed, but also proud to say I loved river dance when I was young. When it came out, it just like rocked my world. I love the emotiveness of that music. And
I feel like
Yeah.
Eva Cassidy.
I love Eva
like,
Cassidy.
That's
yeah,
what I
yeah.
hear when I
Thanks a
hear
lot.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
it's
much.
great.
See you later.
That's-
Thanks for your questions.
those like really the notes are just
Yeah.
that's what I heard and
I love her
it was,
style of
yes,
singing.
and that's I heard a lot of Eva Cassidy's like
Yeah.
I really loved it.
Gee, you're all
Been around
breathing
for
now. Even
hours.
Cassidy, I'm like,
I've
Oh,
been,
Eva Cassidy was amazing.
she was incredible,
Yeah.
and I'm a huge fan of hers, but I heard a lot of just soft, it was just very similar and I loved it. And I won't hold you up because I know
No,
that you're
it's
probably
so
dying
fine.
for some sunlight.
Not at
and-
all. No. I don't leave until after 5. I'm here.
It's just,
I was curious about that. I've not actually
Thank you so
Please
much.
feel free to
had a look at the wall.
You're welcome.
What are you dreaming about?
Yeah. Sounds good. Thank you.
I've never seen anyone rocking the harp. moving.
Oh yeah, I move probably more than is generally acceptable. I just have fun. I get in the zone. I'm very kind of non-traditional, which I don't know. I just can't do it.
As a harp player, though, you're not usually like the main attraction, right? You're not usually.
Well, this is it. Normally, it's tucked out the back of the orchestra.
Yeah. So if you're here performing to a group of people, I feel like you should be a bit more kind of.
Well, I just do.
You know,
my own
put a bit more
thing,
pizzazz into it.
Yeah, I just do it my own way, which is good. All ways are valid, I think, but I just
Yeah.
I like to just do what feels natural, I suppose. Yeah.
We had some years ago, I was working at an aged care facility
Oh, yes.
in North, and we had a young lady who played the harp who
Yes.
used to come on.
Yep.
Her grandparents were in the symphony orchestra.
Right.
Had been.
Yes,
Now,
yes.
grandma was in Chewing, and granddad arranged for her to come in
Yep.
periodically to sit and play the harp
Yes.
in the dining room, where all of these old
The
people were
residents,
in. And
yeah.
it was just so relaxing and so beautiful.
Yeah, there is something about the sound of it. I play in like a palliative care setting at
Yeah,
times, like
okay,
a bedside
yeah.
for people at the end of life.
Yeah.
But yeah, the sound of the harp. I mean, it's what drew me to the harp. Just there's something about the sound of it that's very moving.
Very, very dreamy.
Very dreamy.
Yes.
Indeed, very dreamy. It is. Yeah. So you're from Hobart?
Launceston.
Lonnie! I'm
Yeah.
from Lonnie.
Oh, wicked.
I live in Launceston.
Yeah, mad.
I do.
I'm in Prospect.
Right.
Yeah.
Great.
Hell yeah.
I
Nice.
live in Norwood. Woo!
Yeah. Right.
Launceston for the win.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's my first time. Dad here has been here before. He lives in
Oh, that's so cool. I'm
Longford,
so glad
but
you
yeah.
came. Yeah, that's
Hell
really
yeah.
great.
I was here quite a while ago. I don't know if
Yeah.
you remember, but yeah, I had to go to find this one.
Right.
Make sure he was all right, you know.
Oh,
And
yeah,
yeah, no.
yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah, no, we went to get lunch and they were actually like late with my lunch. Otherwise, I would have been here way earlier. So you know. But no, I was looking forward to it. I was like, oh hell yeah, harp performance.
so great. I love that.
3 p.m. harp performance. Hell
Thanks for
yeah.
hanging out. That's
No, no
great.
worries. I'm sure I'll be here again sometime if you're like still playing. But you've been doing it for 6 weeks. So you're going to be doing it for.
Well, so my residency finishes on Monday. So
Right,
it's
yeah.
a 6-week period. of
There you
time
go.
about to come to an end. I mean, I may have an opportunity to revisit for another year, maybe.
Yep.
Don't know. We'll see.
Interesting.
Do you dream more when you're
Yeah,
here?
I do.
Yeah, that makes
I've
sense.
been dreaming so much more, but not bad dreams. I've had not many bad dreams, just really vivid.
And do you write them down when you wake up?
I just write them all.
Yeah, I was just reading one where you like turned a dude into a puff of smoke. I was like, that doesn't sound nice.
Amazing. That was a real turning point because it was a very bad dream and I managed to change it.
Right, because yeah, that sounds quite lucid. Like you've got some sleep
Was.
paralysis demon coming after her and you can just
Yeah,
poof it.
like lucid dreaming to change a bad dream into something benign is like the ultimate thing I'd love to have control of.
Right, I get pretty bad nightmares myself, and I don't
Yeah.
have lucid dreams. I never have. So yeah,
yeah, that's it. I've only been able to do it 3 times in my life, and they're all written up there.
Interesting.
When I've been able to change the trajectory from something bad to something okay.
Yeah, that would be great.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it? I'm sorry you get nightmares. They're not
Thanks.
fun.
Likewise, you get them too.
Yeah.
Beautiful looking bed.
Oh my goodness,
It's
it's
a nice
just
bed.
magic. The bed is so comfortable. I think it has a lot to do with why I'm sleeping so well. You know, I close the curtains
Yeah, I
and
was
it's just
wondering,
like this
I would too.
beautiful nest of loveliness. It really is. Yeah.
See, I was just reading your description.
Yeah.
No, go for it.
Sleepwalk.
I do, usually. I haven't done much sleepwalking here at all.
No.
I have slept peacefully. I've done a few little ones. Last year when I was here, I did do a few sleepwalks.
I've done this before.
Yeah, but I never, when I sleepwalk, I never tend to get very far.
Yeah.
That was part of, I think, the team agreeing to have me here because I assured them I don't tend to go a long way. You know, I'd normally wake up in my bedroom, usually, not always. But yeah, I haven't done much sleepwalking.
Is there anyone else in here at night that
No.
you're aware of? Just
No,
you?
just security, you know, roaming I hear footsteps, I know it's them.
Do you? Because you
Not
thought
that
someone was
creepy
chasing you in
skeleton
this
monster.
one,
Yeah,
the
well,
lucid.
it depends if I'm awake or not.
Right,
if I'm
yeah.
rationally thinking, then yeah. The sounds don't bother me at all anymore. They used to. Yeah.
You're sleeping way underground.
I am.
I thought that
Yeah, it's
might
true.
be Cooper Pedy.
Yeah, I was thinking about Cooper Pedy this
Exactly.
morning, actually. Yeah, I was thinking about arranging a song about the underground. And I didn't in the end, but I was thinking about Cooper Pedy. And yeah, subterranean kind of situation.
That'd be kind of on brand, you would think, right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great experience. It's been very good. Yes.
It's amazing.
Yeah, mad.
Oh, they've done a lovely job of making it cosy. That was kind of the brief. I wanted it to feel welcoming and like embracing, and the team did a really good job of making that happen. Yeah.
I still feel a bit claustrophobic with the curtains shut and
I
at night.
definitely don't
Like,
shut the curtains. I couldn't bear to know that this whole space is on the other side of it, and if I couldn't see it and check that it's empty,
yeah,
you know, like I need to be able to reassure myself
yeah,
that
I get
can
that.
see what's going on.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't get that. There actually are. When I first started last year, it was very dark in here, apart from the light that stayed on in the House of Hair around the corner all the time, and I'd have to walk past it to get to the loo,
Yeah.
which I found terrifying.
Does that stay on all the time?
Well, usually it does, but this year it's not. This year it's off in the night, and there's also a few lights on in the gallery. I ended up getting them to turn just a few lights on because it was too dark.
Why were they keeping the light on in the House of Hair?
I don't know. I don't know. It was so creepy. Like imagine this being so dark and then just that being on and the light shining out of it. It's creepy as all get up.
Yeah.
Especially, you know, like it's clad in human hair, so it's pretty creepy.
Yeah, but there'd be no benefit to the artwork.
No, which I don't know if it was just an omission in and then turning it off, you know, in the lighting schedule. The way that they do the lighting here at night, they don't just switch everything off all at once. I think it's too big and there's too many things.
That makes
So I
sense.
think it causes like power surge issues if they just turn it all off. So things go off on different schedules. So some nights, you know, I go out for dinner and I'll come back and everything's dark in the void. Other nights it's blazing light. You know, it just depends. I never
That's the
quite know.
bar, Dad. Everything's dark and void.
I just never quite know what to expect. But yeah, there are. I've almost found it too light this time.
Yeah.
I feel like if I was to come back, I would get them to make it darker in here.
You're getting
Now
used to
that I
being
feel-
underground. Yeah.
Yeah, now that I feel safe and comfortable, and just it's weird, you know. Like sometimes the cleaning lights come on at like 10 p.m. and stay on until midnight because the cleaners come in at funny times.
Yeah.
And you know, there's some quite bright lights up in here for when the cleaners are going, and it sucks when they're on and I'm trying to sleep.
Yeah.
But it's all just part of it. So yeah, let's try and kind of roll with whatever happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Pleasure.
James, are you ready to keep going?
Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
It's lovely to meet you both.
Likewise.
I might see you around Lonnie
Yeah. You never know.
one of these days.
You never know, right?
Could happen.
Well, he doesn't live there. He lives out in Longford, but yeah,
Oh, lovely. Yeah, that's still in the
in
locality,
the
isn't
area.
it?
Yeah, for sure.
I
For
like
sure.
Longford. It's nice over there.
So do I.
And I still work with old people.
Yeah.
The only complaint I ever had was one old lady called me over to the table where I said one day and said, the music that's playing is lovely, but could you turn it down a little bit? I said, it's a harp.
Oh, that's
It's
so
just the
funny.
most beautiful.
People ask me to turn it down sometimes. So I played a gig once for New Year's Eve at a Tasmanian location that was lovely. But yeah, I was singing and playing and just doing mainly covers of songs for that gig. But the table was a really long, skinny room. But the table that was closest to me, they're like, "Turn it down, please. It's really disrupting us." I'm like, "Oh no!"
Sorry.
And I had to play for like 4 hours. And then you start to second guess. It was a bit of a long night. Anyway.
Yeah. How do I play quietly?
Yeah, how do I
It's
play
like-
quietly? What do I do? Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah,
Anyway,
rip.
never mind. It's all part of the fun.
Good work.
Wonderful. So nice to
Yeah,
meet you both.
Indeed.
Thanks. for
Have fun
your-
on your next adventure. I hope it's
Thank
as
you.
exciting as playing underground for 6 weeks.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Nice.
Yeah, great. Right.
Take your harp playing skills around,
Mm,
you know,
yeah,
just bring them out, you know.
that's it. Yeah, hopefully might do a bit of a tour next year.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
it.
Put the harp on the boat, go for an adventure. Like on the cars, so we'll see what happens.
Right.
Thanks so much.
Thanks.
Nice to meet
Good
you.
one.
Yeah, see you then.
Assume you just finished up.
I have, but I'm not really finished. I'm here till 5, so So I do a concert at 3, just sharing what I've made today as well as other stuff. But I stay here till 5, just mucking around with ideas and stuff.
Very
And then
cool.
everybody else leaves and I stay and I sleep here.
Do you actually?
Yeah. I actually do.
That's cool.
Is that your little wardrobe around the side there? Where do you
Oh,
keep all
so
your things?
yeah, I have like a green room that the
Yeah.
public can't access, just on the other side of this wall.
How long do you stay here for?
So I'm here for 4 nights and days a week for 6 weeks, and this is the 6th week, so I finish at the end of Monday.
But you get to leave.
I get to leave.
Yeah, 4 days on, 4 days off.
Yeah, I get to leave. I normally am here pretty much all day. I go out for breakfast usually, and it's really good to like step outside and breathe some fresh air and like see the outside. Usually I leave in the evening, but not always. Like tonight I'm working at Faro restaurant, so I won't go tonight. I'll stay
What do you
here.
do with Farron?
I'm playing with some other musicians there tonight.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we do like an improvisational thing there,
Nice.
which is really fun. There's like a team of us, and rostered on in small groups.
Yeah. What, because yours is quite a unique talent. What other musicians do you play with that they?
Oh, all sorts. So at Faro, it could be like any number of different. There's bass, double bass players, keyboard players, singers, percussionists. All sorts of different stuff. But it's pretty weird music that we do. Like it's very experimental. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's good fun.
Yeah.
So that will be tonight. So yeah, I won't leave tonight. I always find it a bit weird when I don't leave. I find it better if I can just step outside and have a breather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you stay here. I'm assuming that's a camera.
Yeah, that is a camera. So it's just a security camera, but I do have like actual cameras that are going all the time. But the daytime live stream anybody can watch just on my YouTube channel, but the nighttime live stream's only for me.
Oh, you do a live stream?
Yeah. I mean, it's really just for documentation. Like live streaming, like it's not really much of a thing. It's just the easiest way to document such a long period of time. So yeah, it just sits there. But the nighttime live stream only I can see. Although last time I was here, it was public; anybody could see it. But I felt really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So we changed it.
This is the whole. I've heard Mona is quite a quirky museum.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Very diverse.
Yeah, definitely. I love working here. It's great.
Cool.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was really cool. You've got such a beautiful sound.
Thank you.
You're wandering around. What are we going to do for these 2 hours till we get on the boat?
Yay. Oh, I love that you're here. Thank you. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks. Hi, how's it going? You were unexpected. Oh, that's a good description. So my concert's over for today, but I'm just going to start working on a song that I've been meaning to work on for a while. So it's definitely not a performance. But yeah, if you want to have a chat or you've got any questions, just do come and have a chat with me anytime.
Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I disagree. Travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something. Sweet dreams. Sweet dreams. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something. Sweet dreams. Are made of this. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something. Sweet dreams. Of this. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something. Sweet dreams, sweet dreams, sweet dreams, sweet dreams. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody's Everybody's looking for something. Sweet dreams, sweet dreams, sweet dreams, sweet dreams. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something. Sweet dreams, sweet dreams, sweet dreams, sweet dreams. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something. Sweet dreams, sweet dreams, sweet dreams.
She invented a new way to use a violin where she put a piece of tape, audio tape,
Yep.
and then a pickup
Oh, yeah, cool.
that, so she could play that sequence of words
Yeah.
in pieces. One of the techniques that she also did vocally was to say the same sentence but go, it takes one, it takes two, it takes one, that sort of stuff. So very, and you're edging towards that particular style.
Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody's looking for sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something. Sweet dreams, sweet dreams, sweet dreams, sweet dreams. Sweet dreams are made of this. to desire.